For Flit, it's been underwhelming overall. Fame leading the numbers as the young gun for VP. But right now, it's not about individuals, it's a team game, and which one will be continuing forward to the group stages of Katowice.
Oh, and a rip-roaring start here from Cloud9. They explode out middle, they get this position over in Donut, and they've got their eyes set on the A play. VP adopted a 4-man stack over towards this B site, and so they will be on for the retake here.
I'm alone in A main, a big risk for Boomich, but there was no punish with this heavy B stack from VP out of the gate. Got a full retake smoke kit on Mia, and that will come in handy. 5 on 5. So many players. This will not be easy for Virtus.pro. The smoke goes out for Donut. A lineup ready, jumps over the Glocks. It's Axel spamming away, and him and Electronic will already put this one to bed, to rest, and everything in between. It's lights out for VP. Only Flit remaining, and wow, what a shot for Electronic. If he can keep up the form that he started Overpass with, especially on that T side, then C9 might be in a great place. They've got to break lost streaks and break traditions on Ancient up against VP.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great start to that pistol, not just for Electronic, but for Axel as well. He demanded a lot of attention here, right? There's been a lot of eyes on him. There's no denying he's not thrived within the Cloud9 system in the way that you would have hoped for. Very much having fallen off from the peak of this guy's career. There's something to be said, he's at least looked good all across this series.
Nice, easy execute. It's a good second round call. VP are not going to have the numbers here or the firepower to stop it. It's even a late lurk for Electronic. He'll get smoked. It shouldn't matter. Should have faith these four can make it work. Fame swings with his own flash. Does get a lot of damage off, but would love the kill there. Deep Temple Smoke gives him great control in what will be a post-plant soon, you'd hope. Axel tentatively getting that bomb down.
It's really dicey if this were to get delayed, so I'm glad that Axel does prioritize just plugging in the numbers while the smokes are still up. Electronic on the backstab, but this is something VP have felt cautiously aware of throughout the entire second round. They even had Flit watching for it earlier on from lane. There's the opener for Norbert to propel them in. James waits for that flank. He was aware of that, and no one had any idea that was coming through. VP moving on in, trying to make this retake happen, but it's really down to the wire. Boomich on the swing, can't get it done.
No kits.
So hopping on the defuse is Mir. Gonna hold and pray. It's going to come down to the wire for VP, as it often does, but just shy of defusing that bomb. Means Cloud9 might win the round, but at what cost? It's very expensive. Everyone falls. VP at least get away with maximum damage.
Yeah, they're known for it. Very, very uncomfortable, but you'll take that round win if you're Cloud9. Especially with that being a 3 on 5 in the post-plant. Both James and Electronic saw each other on that flank. So that's why James was tucked in. But I think Electronic didn't realize he got spotted. I feel like he should have checked that corner. Ooh, M4 board up. The Molotov pushes Fame out. Somehow he survives, and VP remain in a meager advantage. They've lost a lot of health, and they've burnt all their util. But at least this time they have a kit if things get a bit hairy. Hobbit's uncomfortable. He's got the bomb up on Heaven, and they leave B, so it's going to be a late A split afforded by Electronic's position. Hobbit needs to watch out on that smoke. He'll just retreat and group back in A main. Oh, but great info play for VP. Couldn't have come at a better time. Now they can start to rotate Mir back over, assist Norbert on this A site. Ooh. Oh.
They're going to have everyone else here in time at least to try and fight for this, but no kill for Norbert. Are Cloud9 ready for even more though? And there's still this backstab on Fame, who might be super cut up from earlier in the round. And I mean, really, with losing Mir, his chance of doing anything here goes out the window. Bit of a shame that that fight comes so cleanly if you're VP here. And so it will just be this save. Cloud9 streaking together these rounds. And try as VP might to get ahead of it, to get the info, to be nimble on this CT side. Oftentimes, having all their pieces in the right place, they're just a few seconds too slow.
This would be quite a win for Cloud9 if they could do it, considering the map pool in this series as well. They were kind of screwed in the veto. It came down to Inferno or Ancient. They pick Ancient, you know, not because it's been good for them, but yeah, Inferno has been great for VP. That being said, 7 win streak on this map for Virtus.pro right now, up against a myriad of teams. A couple of over Spirit in there as well, but not quite the best in the world. And for Cloud9, even though they've got almost nothing but L's as of late on Ancient, their T sides have been what have carried them through. Full smoked out by VP instantly.
Oh, I love this.
Cloud9 don't care, they rush B.
Yeah, real change of pace. VP certainly not ready for it. Good spam damage done, and suddenly Norbert has lit them up with the 5-7 from long. Norbert has delivered a real saving grace to VP here. It was looking dire. Mir on the spam does loads of damage. Electronic is hurting right now. And so VP try to finish what Norbert started. Not every day you're gifted a 3K like that, and they want to do good on it. Just perfecto, and he is run down. A stellar way for VP to take it. That is lights out from Norbert on the long side, helped out by his teammates as they're spamming from the cave. They're spamming the short smoke. Cloud9, they try to go quickly. They try to use speed against Virtus.pro. But it's Norbert who's just a little bit faster than all of them off the mark with his pistol on the long side.
Incredible round for Norbert, but I just love it. A little detail there for Fame. VP are such a system team in that it feels like players never play for themselves. Fame has a great flank timing in the 4-on-1 down ramp, but he tucks in pocket on B lane and just waits. So the last player goes and clears his position, goes back, and then he gets shot in the back. Sure, he dies, but he sets up his team for a trade. He's not thinking about his own timing on a flank. He's thinking about the team and closing on Cloud9, and that they do. Winning an eco like that, VP now start to pick up the pace. Pop out mid for Cloud9, a player in the smoke ready to trade, and they even won the B fight from Cave as well. So 4-on-2 in the blink of an eye, and it's going to get better for VP.
Boomich quaking in his boots here. Didn't work out well for anyone else who tried to get past Virtus.pro, and it's not going to work out for Boomich. James domes him through the wall and denies that bomb plant. Nowhere is safe. Everything is spammable. That's what Cloud9 are learning the hard way as they've tried to get up B twice in a row now, and both times locked out by Virtus.pro.
Yeah, you don't want that 3-0 beginning giving you false confidence, right? They go for a B rush, and then they go for a mid pop. Both pacey rounds shut out by nice setups for VP. Flick getting flash for Heaven fights. 2 players in mid, 1 hiding in the smoke. And now Cloud9 have nothing to show for their early lead. Armorless pistols, patrol A main. Another execute where Fame will be locked out. He's got to make his mind up on whether he wants to fight ahead of the smoke. It's actually, oh, the donut smoke isn't there. It's only a CT smoke. And that front sight one won't do them many favors. Fame can see them cross before they get to it, and he will use that to his advantage. Easy spam. Mir comes through, and VP have the numbers here to put this to bed. A flawless round to be expected. And an equal scoreline taken by VP by force.
Yeah, I know Flit only gets the 1 kill there, but I think it's arguably the most important in the round, right? He just kind of swings out through Cave, deals with Electronic down in middle, and the moment he's not getting fought on the lane side, he's the guy to communicate, okay, yeah, there's no one here. It is just all in over towards A. That coupled with the CT smoke and knowing that your opponent's low on money removes any element of guesswork there for Virtus.pro. They knew it was that A play long before Cloud9 were really in the position to go for it.
Yeah, they missed. I was going to say VP were the first team to start throwing these spawn smokes to B doors, and they did them very well, but that is a rare miss, I'm going to call it. Meant to land in the double doors. Not the end of the world, it's only Boomich on B. VP keep mid in their control. This reset's getting heard, though. Cloud9 know they can pop out mid. They've just heard those players retreat to Donut. And look at the stack. VP, 4 players on A right now. Cloud9 have full mid control. The Orb's going to get that jump spot. He sees a player close as well. 2 players in Donut. VP have the numbers here just on the edge of fighting middle, but utility will hold them back. This is still a weird situation for VP, but they have a lot of A control.
Ooh. With Exile dead on the back of that main push, answers have to be found elsewhere for Cloud9. They're going to try and take Red away from VP. Flit just toys with him on this jiggle, running back and forth, but never giving away the kill. He really wants them to give chase. He really wants them to run into James AWP. And I mean, VP is set up here with 3 players ready to shut down this attempted play through the window. As great as we've seen Electronic look throughout this series, this is asking way too much of just one man. Oh, so he's not able to buy any time on this red room flank. Instead, just knocked out right away by the James AWP. Then tees up his teammate with the flashbang over the site. And look at the minimap, man. VP all across this round have just been chasing down these focal points that Cloud9 have looked to move through. Plant will still come in, and now they look to battle back for some control, but Long's left open. Perfecto deals with it. It's all on Mir now into the 1v1, and it's Boomich on the other side. Holds for the fight, tries to win it with the AK, and will succeed. Boomich doesn't play safe, doesn't play around that bomb. He brings the fight to Mir.
Crab walking in the middle of the open. No pre-aim on there for Mir. How can you expect it? And that is a fantastic round for Cloud9 to close out in a 3-on-5 pre-plant with 10 seconds. Boomich and Hobbit are just fighting for the site, and they kill all those rotations. That felt like, it almost looked like Cloud9 were going to save before James gets that kill in red as well. They were like pulling back in cave with the bomb. And it's not like VP even made massive errors. They had Norbert playing retake. He lives before his team get cut down on rotation. Some just really nice repeats for Cloud9 behind the cube. And VP just can't take those engagements together.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they waited till the bomb was getting planted, so they essentially had like a 5v2 into the site. They really tried to play that one by the book, but it was some stellar, just like individual moments from the Cloud9 squad to pull it back.
The peaks come to you sometimes, and there's not much you can do about it. Oh, another missed insta. This is not doing VP any favors. Wasted util. Can you even write that one off on your taxes?
James just tried to play CT with the AWP just to spot for early main, and he realized, wait,
I've smoked myself.
I smoked this.
Fake execute.
And this is a little problematic for VP. They try to make up for it, like the missed mid util, by exerting a bit of control over here towards ramp.
Ooh.
But it's just a lick of damage to Electronic. Mid being conceded. Here in hot water on that jump, but luckily enough gets out with his life.
Yeah, fake steps and fake re-swings. Can try and block them, but HE goes in. Some decent damage. Cloud9 have a cohort here in red. 3 Ts. And the bomb is in A main. This is still so split for C9. It's so hard to know where VP is stacked right now. They've not really given you much indication. You know there are 2A. There's even a third. Climbing back up for a B hit, leaving Hobbit to late lurk red. Given the success of last round's B hit late, this seems like a nice move for Cloud9. Norbert in a world of hurt right now. A lot of pressure on the solo B player's shoulders.
Oh, Hobbit. He's the guy responsible for cutting down these rotates. Won't get to play into the fight on Jane, but he's meant to deal with the rest. They deal with Boomich, but that's the only kill to come up in favor of VP, and there's Hobbit getting activated in the backline. That's exactly what he's got to do. Mir with a backstab here, caught looking the wrong way, and that's a nice, easy kill delivered to Electronic. James even trying to take a swing in at the end, and that's because neither route is clear for James' save here. They've got him trapped on an island with no choice but to fight. And a man who so often likes saving just feels uncomfortable when he's thrust into these moments. Cloud9 do a really good job of boxing him in on that AWP, and that's all thanks to Hobbit's success over in the Red Room.
Yeah, surprised to see so much value coming down. We didn't see Fame, who got cut off by Hobbit there, but you've got to be expecting Cloud9 in red, given the amount of players that Fame saw there early in the round. That hurts for Norbert as well. He's got the world on his shoulders. He gets a kill and 80 damage to Perfecto. If that's a double kill, could be a very different retake for VP. But Mia, lazy, doesn't check the corner and cave. Complete oversight there. And that was never meant to be for James, who was trapped by Hobbit, as you said. 5-3, Cloud9, decent T-side, but definitely the better of their two sides on this map from what we've seen. Oh, the double mid-nade as well, so they can run out, but VP aren't here. Cloud9 essentially guarantee that with a double HE. Dink to Hobbit. Might force his reset, might even force him to trade off onto the orb, but Perfecto is on the other side of the map. Gonna bring it back, go for an A execute. Cloud9 keeping it dynamic in this T side, and with VP having no mid info right now, this is a good play. They might be scared of a late donut luck. There's nothing of the sort. Oh my god, VP block it, and they put 4 players A. Back to the drawing board.
This is awkward for Cloud9. They conceded all their real estate all across the map with the goal of just exploding out through A main, and so now they've got to look for answers elsewhere. But this involves essentially like going back to middle as though it's the start of the round. This creep from VP to look for info could give Cloud9 a way back in, but they're going to have to fight for it every step of the way. There's layers to this mid control, and Norbert's even spammed out Electronic, one of the guys who can really get the fires going for Cloud9. Kick to the wayside. Fame falls over in Donut, but will this setup flit? Swings out of there, just doesn't want to fall. The spam comes back to haunt Norbert, and James been waiting there since the start of the round. He began his round on the angle in cave, and he dies there with 20 seconds left to give the route to the B play.
Right as he was moving as well, he's just trying to change his angle up a little bit, and Boomich gets a beautiful peek into cave. Boomich looking a lot better with the rifle. Obviously, it's T-sides. We don't typically see the AWP here. Cloud9 did bring it out earlier, but man, we've not seen Boomich rifling much today, and already it's looking like a better sight on the third map. And some great leading as well. Think about how Cloud9's round got completely dug up when they tried to go for an A execute, and VP blocked them and stacked the site. Cloud9 just pop out mid, and despite them losing a player and a half to Norbert spam, they fire back, they get a kill, and then they just send a solo bomb into B, killing the captain.
Yeah, you know, there's something to be said for the fact that Boomich is not only calling a great game, but he's having a lot of impact as well, right? Even in some of these rounds, just kind of picking off players in little lurk spots when he goes and regroups with the team. He's been good at kind of being that second or sometimes first man in, being a nice kind of supportive element to someone like Electronic.
Oh, we're seeing the tilt from VP, not a team that often shows it on the cameras.
You know, there's something we can put a pin in. We can see if it ever comes to matter. But Hobbit and Axel are both still sat down bottom of the board for Cloud9. The two players that you had a lot of questions about, a lot of eyes on coming into this series.
They did have a great first map, though, both of them. But yes, we'll see if that holds true. More so in the second half for someone like Axel.
That's where it's really going to come to matter, right? Like right now, while you kind of have this other trio being able to haul you through it, doesn't matter so much.
Oh, get that molly in.
Gonna lob that out now. Good damage done. Tees up Flit to maul them as they try to come up the ramp side.
What can you do here?
Yeah, you really needed that rifle to just kind of go ham, go hog wild.
Here is still here. That's why they're hanging around.
Yeah, the Hobbit's going to collect this one for free. And when he does that, there's no winning this now for Virtus.pro. And they probably knew that a long time ago. Cloud9 moving forward onto 7, leaving an impression on their T side.
Very impressive game out of Cloud9. Like we said, not just from the individuals, but the plan. The moves they've been making, the mid-rounds. They've been fine cooling off executes. They had a couple of cheeky rushes early in the half that VP got, the better of them on. But that hasn't held much water when it comes to the late game. Looking for an 8-round T side. VP uncomfortable buy. It might be within reach. They get 2 rifles and they still sort of save for the last of the half. It's ugly for VP. Both these rounds will be. Kind of have to win this Virtus.pro. If you don't, dire straits. 9-3 on the horizon, but that's a good opening kill. Maybe someone can come grab the gun later. Through the smoke, Mir forced a reposition. Flit eats the nade. Fame's coming in to grab the gun, perhaps. Cloud9 once again take red. Smokes are buying time at least.
Oh, this push through main will net them another kill. Flit just carries on going. Full send on that push. And eventually punished by Boomich, who sits top of the board for Cloud9 right now. Electronics putting a lot of pressure on in the red room, and he's going to use this to try and come in behind VP and tee up Cloud9 for the A side take. He wins that first fight, an important one indeed.
Oh,
Fame cleared over in main. And this one comes unraveled, comes undone. Electronic very quick on the reposition into Donut. VP just never know where to look.
Some very confident swings coming out of Cloud9 right now. They're just playing like they have nothing to lose, like their tournament life is on the line or something. And great clear. I think when they, lose Axel early in A main, they know that VP, considering they blocked main, are going to go and grab that gun. And so they're very aware that Fame could also be in this position. He's been that very ample rotator, often passing back and forth between red. But VP just can't get a grip on where Cloud9 are ending right now. They seem to be farming up so many kills in middle.
I did. It's this former Na'Vi core that's really just driving it home right now for Cloud9. Electronic with stellar impact in that round on his lurk up through red. He was kind of brimming with confidence after winning this fight right here. Immediately leaps into Donut, cuts down the rotates. Boomich finding loads of impact across this one, sitting top of the board. And then in alongside them, Perfecto is just that rock, that very solid, very dependable player. And it's felt like that's been the case across the series. Virtus.pro, last-ditch attempt to salvage a 4th round. And it's a heavier lean over towards B, more of an emphasis around fighting early.
James set that play up for Flit, but Boomich was so quick, he was actually in front of the flashes. That's unbelievable.
This is mad as well,
yeah,
ducking out of there. He's aware of what they're trying to do, how they're trying to pincer him, but he never plays into their hands.
Oh,
beautifully done from Boomich. A wonderful read on this situation, and you can just feel, even based on the micro of that one play right there, he feels like he's in their heads. Fame,
nice.
He's bottom of the board for VP, but he's delivered a clutch double kill down in the donut.
Oh.
Can that be a bit of a turning point here? Perfecto's got him boxed in. Once again, red is the gap. And Perfecto moves up into it, takes it in his stride. Fame tries his hand at the backstab, and he's just seen Perfecto there. He's got this one on a platter. He had 2 kills before this round.
But they know Norbert to be anchor. They can get the bomb down immediately.
Plant comes in. Norbert makes noise over at Donut, and that's a different gun to the one that fought earlier. So now they should know that Fame is trying to make moves through CT. As mentioned, 2 kills coming into this round. 2 kills for Fame, someone who had looked good across the other maps. Can this be his redemption arc? It's not an easy 1v2. He's just going to look to stick this, but no kit on his back. Surely no chance. In behind the box. They haven't found him yet.
Oh.
The Axar will spam him out. The 10-second defuse is denied. And Cloud9 blitz their way forward with 9 rounds under their belt.
Tell me now why you want to wait. Running out of words you wanna say. I've been looking for you, looking for you, looking for you.
James' kingdom lays in ruins, besieged by Boomic's Barbarians, who sit up 9-3, sporting a 6-round lead. You've got commanding performances from Boomic, Electronic, and Perfecto to make that happen. A very well-cooled T-side, and the well-oiled machine of Cloud9, one that has had its fair share of struggles. Looking like they found their form here in the third map of this do-or-die game versus VP. James has got to collect the rubble and try to rebuild what he can.
Yeah, you either go home or you go to the group stages here. It is last chance saloon, and the big boom strikes first. Captains clash down the middle through the smoke, and VP just run amok into the stack.
Yeah, very up-tempo play here from Virtus.pro, but it's right into the hands of C9. They are ready for this. They collapse down upon it, and it is Big Boomich with all the kills to make it happen. Can he cement this with magic number 4? Takes one of the dome immediately. He's still got Perfecto, his trusted aid in these trying times, but not needed. It's all coming up Boomich right now. Not just calling a great game, but playing a great game as well. Double digits secured, and it's on the back of this man right here.
Yeah, to think that, you know, last Katowice in 2023, it was Cloud9, albeit with a rather different roster, getting grouped by the Mongolians, whereas VP made the playoffs with the core of Fame, Flit, and Jay. Very different year, with devastating results for VP to start off their season, and confident swing for Electronic. He has been playing a fantastic series, not required as much in this third map, but those first two, Electronic was here. Great to see Boomich come through with such a statement performance as well, with well-cooled T-sides on a map that Cloud9 have had a lot of trouble on.
And, you know, for someone whose departure from the Pro CS scene was in such a kind of sour manner, he's gone through and he's looked to take the heads of all the IGLs who were kind of lined up to be that next in Stride, right? And this would be one hell of a statement. Beating down on Nafany yesterday, now looking to pull the wool over James' eyes, a task that many a leader have attempted, but very few succeed in. Cloud9, 3 strong over towards B. They are more than ready for this play out of Virtus.pro.
Just felt like they've had all the right numbers in the right places on these CT sides. Easy shutdown for Hobbit. And Fame, not long for this world either. James attempts a pick, but they're just going to run at him. Ready to swing. Electronic comes through the smoke, and James gets smoked. It's 11-3 and a flawless round for Cloud9. Faith, what little of it ye may have, is surely gone now. VP with nothing to show on a map they have a 7-win streak on.
They're forcing into this again. Because in a way, you know, what choice do they really have? They have been at the beck and call of Boomich throughout this entire third map. And sure, it might have been a well-called second, but everyone only remembers the third. That's the one that really matters. Hobbit opens with a molly kill. Boomich throws himself into the fray. One man gets past, and Boomich will get cut down. It's not come across to Hobbit, and so he will get caught out on an island there. Suddenly there's some legs on this one.
Spam.
Oh, the spam connects. Electronic restores a bit of faith for Cloud9 and now tries to play with some balls. Can't quite deny that bomb in time. Battling back in is Cloud9. It's the 2v1 and it's James. It's now or never. Do or die in a 1v2. He is boxed in. Swinging out, can't find Perfecto, and Cloud9 move onto match and series point after snuffing out the VP force.
Group stage point, a place where you'd expect to see Cloud9 already sit from the name value of this team, but they have been underwhelming in results. This is a reassuring one. To fall to Rebels in a BO1 in the opening day here in Katowice, well, this is a far better look for Cloud9. There's still questions on how far they can go, but to break VP and to break their mental in the fashion they have here in this third map, what a statement. We don't see VP tilt much, but they have looked completely out of this third. Axel, the trusted anchor of this A site, molly down. They're going through. He can't even get a shot off in time. Gun not pulled out. They won't even smoke that Molotov. 3 players getting burnt down, but they've got control for now.
That's like the dream opener if you're VP, right? Very little resistance. You get a lot of control on the back of it. This is at least favored for them to close.
Ooh,
and with
close.
Norbert nailing that shot onto Electronic, it should look to happen here. Hobbit falls back in the temple, and it is only Boomich. He's left to try and save. VP want to try and deny that. Aware of the man in cave, so it looks like he might get away with this M4 for VP. That is the start of a very long journey. One that it's not even worth thinking about just yet. They would need to take 9 in a row to force an OT. And so sure, they get gifted an opener there. Axel with an awkward mistiming on that second to last jiggle, the penultimate one, he just misses that timing. And so by the time he learns about the terrible truth in main, it's already too late.
I think they're always going to trade him 1-for-1 at literally worst case scenario. That even if his timing is good, it's just about how much molly damage he can do. Can he get enough, you know, can you get a dink off and burn the second one? It's a pretty difficult way to play that if VP are committed. And, well, they had nothing to lose in a round like that. 12-4. A comeback we will have not seen of this stature on LAN will have to come through. Fast up through heaven, VP, a ludicrous pace.
And the great tempo there has at least given them some good assurances that Cloud9 aren't super invested in this mid-fight early. That gives VP a little more to work for, but now Cloud9 go to retake that control just a tad later. And they have found a a gap here potentially, especially if they can deal with Mir down in the elbow. He gets out with a kill. He does his job in the round.
In the site, though, I mean, how do Cloud9 recover this one? Have to flash hobbit through, and they've got nothing of the sort, relying on a big flank. But Jamie's ready for this. Boomich is not missing a beat. Stutter step in, finds that kill. This round is on.
Yeah, clash of the brains there. Boomich pulls up with the brawn. Fame will trade it still. And for Cloud9, after losing him in the cave, you don't imagine they stand any chance of winning this one now. They kind of lost their diamond in the rough. Boomich on for the backstab, removed. And sure, they deal with Norbert, but what can you expect here? They're going to just tap on that bomb. They're going to stick it the full 10 seconds. It's a full commitment. No one's swinging yet. The spam is missing. They can't win it like this. They can't win it like that. Oh, man. The full 10 second stick out of Cloud9 and the ultimate middle finger to VP. That is how VP's journey ends in Katowice. No one had that on their bingo card for 2024. What a fall from grace for Virtus.pro, who posted some great results to open the start.